Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Just squeal if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? I sure hope that this live stream is banging. The Texas cops still don't know the law. But you know who does? Press harder does. And if he's the people, then you ought to know. Don't squeal. I know just what you're saying. So please stop copsplaining. Don't tell me lies, we know it's true. Don't speak, don't squeal. I know just what your copsplaining, and I'm not entertaining. Don't need you cause it's true. Hey, some people here, I guess. Let me say hello to the people. The people, 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 the people. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to This is Effed Up and Stuff, starring John Felix. Why am I talking so low? So low. Solo is how I do it in the bedroom. Free Eric Brandt. First thing caught my eye. Yeah, press harder. What's up? Jorge Corona. ¿Qué pasa contigo? The Dirt Digger. What's up? John G. Nova Scotia. What's up? A. Good evening, Douglas. Scott Danielson. What's up? Charlie Cruz. What's up? Displaced. All these questions. We don't answer questions. Charlie Cruz. Christopher Wilhelm. Oink, oink. That's a good song I just made up, huh? Don't speak. Patrick DeCambra. What's up? John Walsh. Dublin, Ireland. Dublin? Well, I don't know. Good evening. Good evening. John Sawyer. Free Eric Brand. Connor P. is laughing about something. Christopher, wrong one. Press harder. Toby Stewart. Hog splaining. It is a hog, too. It is a hog. It's a bigger hog than me. I got a hog on my shoulder. Be my one and only piggy. Please don't show me that you love me. What else we got here? Connor, Corey, Abstract, what up? Who else we got here? Auditing Erie County, what up? Elvis, Alamo, Patrick, Old Guy Racing, STD, 58 STDs. Sound like Bill Chelsea Clinton? Chelsea? What's the name? What's up, Rude Boy? You're a legend, bro. All right, Farmer Red, displaced. What up? How's everyone? All right. Now let's go to my presenting screen. Do you like my poop emoji haircut? Did I already say that? I'm getting old too, so I repeat myself. All right. How does that look on the screen? Nice? Good? Tell me if you can hear it. Oh, I got to do this first. All right, so
28th, 2023. Mr. Garth and his pet dog went to Walmart late one evening to grab a few items. During this time period,
a guy and his dog went to Walmart late to get some items. You guys all heard that? Yay, nay? Can someone just please put, yes, I heard that? Stop putting numbers, man. It triggers me for some reason. Like, one what, dude? One what? One what? I didn't establish any ones. 100011. Can anyone hear this video? Yes. This place says yes. Yes. Okay, good. All right. Thank you.
Texas underwent.
So this guy and his doggy went to Walmart, and it was hot out in Texas. This video is from the Batu side. It's like 7 months old, but I just saw it, so it's new to me. And the issue is 3802. I bet everyone in the live stream right now knows what 3802 is. It's a Texas Penal Code 3802. You're required to ID yourself only when lawfully arrested. And then another section on there says when you are lawfully detained, you cannot give a fictitious name. You can't say my name's John Smith when it's John the Legend. Right? Rude boy. So millions of Americans know this law. Anyone that watches auditing videos, which is millions of Americans, and now millions and millions and millions of foreigners. You see, someone's here from Dublin and Canada, Ireland and Canada, and they know Texas Penal Code 3802. And if they don't know it, they're going to know it after this video. You only have to ID yourself in Texas when you are lawfully arrested. I also believe Turner versus Driver, one of our auditors, which I need to make a video about all the accomplishments auditors have made, because so many people are now wanting, hey, you haven't done anything, you haven't accomplished anything. I mean, we haven't turned it upside down on its head, but we've gotten people fired, we've gotten laws passed. Turner versus Driver right here. So that's one of them. So guy goes to Walmart with his dog. It's been hot out in Texas. The sun is no longer out. He turns the AC on super cold for the dog, and then he turns off his car, makes sure it's super cold inside the cab. He went inside Walmart for 15 minutes. By the time he got back, some Karen called the police. He's there, and now they have to ID him. And then it turns into upside down world, because even if you take the law out and read it straight to their face, they can't handle the truth. They've never actually read the law that they use on a regular basis, which is disturbing that millions of Americans and foreigners know Texas Penal Code 3802 better than the Texas law enforcement personnel themselves. How does this not bother anybody? All right, here we go. Done blabbing, I guess, for now.
Went several consecutive weeks of triple-digit heat. On the way to Walmart, Mr. Garth turned up the AC to cool down the car. After arriving, he rolled up the windows to keep the cold air inside and left his pet dog behind.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to put this on 1.5 speed. Slow it down if you need to, because this thing's long. It's unbelievable, but it's long. And I'm going to put closed captioning on. All right. I probably just lost half of you, but here we go.
Crossroad Police, a brand new department in North Texas that was barely 2 years old at the time of this incident, received a call for service around 9:14 p.m. regarding a dog left inside the vehicle, with Officer Holbert arriving on scene at 9:24 p.m. Mr. Garth leaves Walmart and walks through the parking lot to see a Crossroad police officer standing next to his vehicle around 9:30 p.m.
Is this your car? Okay, I was this close to breaking the window out. It's 95 degrees. It means it's over 100 inside the vehicle. Windows have to be cracked. There's got to be something.
I was trying to keep the air conditioning in for him because I literally.
Okay, don't open that door for the and crack the windows open for the dog, and then use your driver's license, please.
Driver's license for what? That's literally to gain control over you. There's some magical thing with that slave card. Once you hand it over, it's like, now you're mine. Got my ID crack. By the way, I coined that term not to be petty, but I'm petty about that stuff.
428 and that would be a finer. Hi.
You can feel it's not.
It's 95 degrees.
If it inside the AC, trust me, I love my dog.
The car isn't running.
So right now he's telling you it's cold in there, but she refuses to. She's already has her mind made up. She's already ruled this guy guilty. He opened the door. It said it's colder inside. She has no interest in seeing if it's colder inside if the dog is fine. She's a tyrant, and she's going to prove it.
I take him with me everywhere.
Okay, just need to see your driver's license.
I don't have one with me.
Do you have any ID with you?
No.
You know your driver's license number?
Would I be wrong?
This is a criminal offense. Okay.
What is criminal?
For animal neglect and abuse, yes.
No, I do not abuse and neglect my animal.
Okay.
Okay.
Where does she get that from? You see an abused? Does anyone see an abused animal so far? Let me know when you do.
No.
Driver's license?
I just please.
What is your driver's license?
Please, I need to.
Oh no, what just happened? I hate when it does that. I wonder if you can even hear me now. Danny Bass, if the sun isn't out, I don't think it's that hot there.
I don't have one on duty right now.
Look, I respect officers. I have family that are officers, but I also respect Constitution.
Go and crack your windows and then close your door.
Mr. Garth rolled down his windows and started to record on his cell phone while Officer Holbert called for her supervisor.
Okay, I'm out with the subject. He's out here.
You're a subject.
He's refusing to identify himself.
Refusing to ID, the biggest crime for American police.
He's now asking for a supervisor.
Hey, that's for a supervisor. Okay. We'll be back in route.
Where are you at? Do you want to talk to him on the phone?
No, I'm right down the street.
Okay.
Now, mind you, this person she's calling is in street clothes, probably trying to go be on his day. And instead of actually knowing the law and telling her right there and then on the phone, he doesn't have to ID under 3802. No, he's willing now. Let me turn around. Let me come back and around. Let me waste tax resources. Let me impede the freedom of this American. It's no big deal to them. They're getting paid to do this to this guy. And they're wrong about the law, and you're going to see.
Okay, right, that's fine. Supervisor's turning back around and he's going to come out.
I would never know.
This is some of the worst temps. It's 95 degrees outside. That doesn't matter.
If I tracked the windows, that would let the 95-degree area. I literally had it freezing cold in here before I
I'm responding.
Have anyone seen her check on the dog or check the temperature of the inside of the car or do any investigation at all other than jumping down this guy's throat? And she's just getting started.
Out to a call, okay?
Sure,
And this is me. I'm not telling you you're a bad dog, a dog owner, or anything like that.
Well, yeah.
I'm here because I still have to do my job. I have to identify you now, okay?
Wait, you got called because there was a dog. You went and saw the dog, didn't investigate. All you did was put your hand on the windows from what I saw. You didn't really investigate. You didn't check on the dog. You didn't look at the dog. You didn't put you put your flashlight through the window on the dog. The dog's not in distress. The call is over. What is this? Now I need to book you. Now I need to run you. Now I need you to surrender your right to privacy as an American. Cops do not give a S about your right to privacy. They are offended that you have the right to be secure in your privacy and your papers and everything. They can't stand that. They think I'm a cop. I have this costume and this little shield. Now, every time I say to you, tell me who you are, how old you are, your full name, and where you live. When I say it and those noises come out of my face, you must surrender your right to privacy. And anyone says you should just ID, what's the big deal? The big deal is you keep giving cops power to act like this right here, where they can't even acknowledge the law as it's written.
I'm out here for an office.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'll let you talk to the supervisor when he gets out here.
While waiting for her supervisor to arrive, Officer Holbert attempts to ID Mr. Garth,
Subscribe to the Batusai.
claiming she needs ID for documentation purposes after
You think I'm a legend? He's twice the legend that I am.
verifying the dog was not in distress. However, that is not a requirement to produce ID in Texas. Mr. Garth attempts to further dispel the officer's suspicion that the inside of the car was indeed colder than she claimed.
Is this a legit tag?
Yeah.
Now his license plate has something to do with it. Again, she got called there for a dog, not for his license, not for any crime he's committed. She came to see if the dog's okay. The dog's okay. Now it's turned into his driver's license, his license plate, and further on in the video, it's going to turn into the VIN number because cops can't break their conditioning. They believe because they do the thing they do over and over and over in the course of their job, because they do it wrong every day, they can't admit that it's wrong, even though it contradicts what the law says.
They weren't able to get a return on it. This is a private parking lot. I'm not going to ask you about your vehicle. My main concern is just the dog's okay. And then for documentation purposes, I do have to put your information in there, okay? I'm not saying you're going to jail. I'm not saying you're being issued a citation. I'm just trying to do my job because everything has to be noted.
I'm just doing my job.
I made contact, okay? And make sure that it's going to be close to 100 degrees inside that vehicle. It's 95 degrees.
Again, she didn't stick her hand in there. She has no clue what the temperature of the inside of the car is. Right now, it's her suspicion, and it carries more weight because she wears a costume versus this guy saying, come here, feel. You could tell it's colder inside the cab than it is outside, which she refused to do because it wasn't about that anymore. It was about showing her, teaching this guy a lesson using her color of authority.
If I crack the windows, I know it's going to be 95 degrees. I had it freezing cold.
Your car's not running.
I know it. I shut it off. I closed the windows. I got freezing cold air in there. Trust me, when I opened the door and got in there, it was colder inside than it was outside. I would not do that for a dog. It goes everywhere with me.
Hey, this is my supervisor. This is a cover officer. This is my supervisor right here.
How you doing? How you doing, Sergeant Tyler? Nice to meet you. Brought those police just show you that out.
So now we've turned it into there's a dog problem. Now it's turned into a cover officer and a off-duty supervisor in street clothes, unless he's working undercover as a hipster.
Sergeant Tyler, you want some ID also?
I'm sure they got for you.
Okay.
Cops are all tatted up nowadays. Back in the day, they didn't want cops that had tattoos. Now that's all they can get. Wannabes. I'm not saying all guys that have tattoos are wannabes, but when you're overloaded with tattoos, man, you're trying to compensate for something, in my opinion. No offense to super tatted up guys. And that doesn't go for everybody either.
All right, so what did you speak to me about?
Well, she, I guess, got a call about my dog.
Yes, sir, we did.
I parked the car,
Uh-huh.
and I had it freezing cold in there. I literally got it sitting there.
Okay.
I got it freezing cold.
Okay.
It's not sunny anymore.
Okay.
So it's not radiating heat or anything like that.
Okay.
I went inside. I've been there for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And, I mean, she's...
And that's the end of the story, Sergeant. So can I go on my way now?
I mean, what did I do wrong?
At this point, you think the officer's reasonable suspicion would have been dispelled, and that would be the end of it. Well, not on this night.
Okay. So
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Because Texas police officers still don't know the law that millions of foreigners know. Millions of foreigners know Texas Penal Code 3802, but Texas law enforcement officers who use that law the most don't know it.
when we get a call for service,
Uh-huh.
okay, and especially when we do contact somebody, we do need to identify the person.
See, this is what they're telling with the department. When you get a call for service, you ID everybody there, as many people as you can, get them run, get them arrested, and they've turned that into their protocol, so to speak. But that's not the law. The policies of the police or sheriff's department have nothing to do with the law. What they're saying is this is how we're going to do it. This is how it's going to be. And if anyone's got a problem with it, they could take it to court. If we lose, we have qualified immunity. And if we lose, it doesn't come out of our pocket. So they have basically a license to violate rights.
Hang on, I'm not done. Let me finish speaking, okay? Now, we don't know you had the car at some 0 degrees earlier today. Sure. We have no idea.
She didn't try to stick her hand in when he told her to either.
But somebody did call
Copsplaining is going to commence here.
and say, hey, there's animals left in the vehicle. It is hot outside, and the animal looks like it's in distress.
Right. You
Okay.
gave your investigative distress.
Right.
Something like that. But you gave your investigative.
That's what-
realize.
That's what's related to us.
That's
Yes.
what relates to us.
Right.
However,
Anybody can say anything.
That's what's relayed to you, but now you're here and you see the dog is not in distress. End of story. But you can't handle that because you're not grown-ups yet and you don't understand. Leave other people alone. If you don't want something like this done to you, don't do it to other people.
Anything. You
Sure,
gave yours.
sure.
I mean, the
So
dog was
now-
everywhere. I love that dog. I'm not gonna.
I understand. We
leave
love
it in the
dogs.
car.
I got a dog too. I love my dog as well. So when an officer does contact someone, they're
I love my dog as well. I love to beat it.
required, especially
What do cops and chocolates have in common? They'll both kill your dog.
when we believe that there could be a criminal offense to
Yeah,
identify.
82.03,
Bless you.
I think it is. You can ask for my identification. I don't have to get it unless I've been lawfully arrested. That's the only
No,
time.
sir,
I'm
that's not true.
Look it up.
Right away, that's not true. Fine, it's not true. Let's look it up. Bless you.
Look it up. That's all I'm asking. Look it
Okay,
up.
you're being lawfully detained because there is an animal in the vehicle. We got a call for service.
The windows are down now.
The windows are down now.
I instructed you to put them down.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problems committed.
Yes, sir. Potentially. Okay.
He's still saying there's a potential crime. Investigate the crime. Charge him with it. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Has nothing to do with anything else. First establish something wrong is happening. Then ask for ID. Then try to process him like a criminal.
Come on, man. I saw you trying to laugh.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal number one.
As soon as we're done, as soon as you give your ID and
Here's the deal.
we're done, we're gone.
I don't like the fact
As soon as you surrender your Fourth Amendment right, we're gone.
that we have to show our papers. Look, I have a lot of family there in your business, okay? I respect you guys. I also respect the Constitution.
But you are lawfully detained.
And I do not have to show. I
Yes,
cannot
sir,
do
you
this. I can, please just look it
When
up.
you
I swear to God,
Filled ID.
please just look it up. I know. Look it up. I'm telling you. You make a big
Look it
mistake.
up. No, I'm not.
I know this.
No, I'm not. I never make mistakes. I'm a cop. As soon as I put that costume on, even without it, I'm so good now. I'm so ranked up. I'm so prestige in the department. Now I know everything. Just by osmosis. I don't have to read the actual law itself and understand it and look at precedent. I don't have to do any of that. I just know vicariously through the atmosphere. The laws are brought to me in molecular formation right through my skin and into my brain. That's how I learn the law. I don't need no books or internets.
Very well. I know this.
So why? How long have you been doing law enforcement?
How long you been in law enforcement? Now, think about how ignorant that statement is. Most people in law enforcement don't know the law. We've established that. That's a fact. And it's indisputable, undebatable fact. Most cops don't know the law. Anyone can argue otherwise. Let's see it. Let's put up my evidence versus theirs. And then I forgot where I was going with that.
Just look it up. What you look it up?
You have a phone right there.
Go for it, because
So are we?
We're all.
yeah, those disappear. You guys don't have a phone to look it up.
Those get edited.
So when we say your body cameras disappear, he says those get edited, as if there isn't enough damning unedited proof of police corruption in over 20,000 at least videos over the past 5 years. 20,000 videos. I hate the way they try to diminish everything. Oh, every one of those 20,000 videos is edited to make us look bad. They added the bullets flying through there. They added, all I was doing was going, yeah, you're the man. And they put a bat in my hand and it made it look like I was beating somebody. It's all edited. You can't believe anything.
Those get edited. So that's what I'm saying.
Your phones?
You're saying these get disappeared. Those get edited.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
What's your name, sir?
Garth.
I'm sorry.
Garth.
Garth.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your last name?
I don't have to.
Okay. I prefer to. I don't call people.
Now he's playing games. I prefer to call people by their last name. So that's how he thinks he's going to get his last name. Cops are such amateurs, bro.
By the first names, this is a respect name. Okay.
That's
all
No, it's not a respect thing. You're trying to coerce him out of his first and last name.
I get to know them.
This is what this country's become. This is what this country.
Again, why is he detained right now?
You guys are like addicted to IDs, and you don't even know the law. Here, you know what? I'll stop. I'll look it up. Go for it. I'm just show you because.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Finally, after all these videos, the Batusa has produced a video where someone actually looks up Texas Penal Code 3802 and is going to show the cop, and then we're going to have that aha moment. Here we go. I can't wait. How about you?
Very surprised.
Because we don't ID.
Yeah, no.
It's important to note that failure to ID for Texas has changed as of September 1st, so be sure to follow up on your laws and see if there's any revisions that have been made over the course of time.
Batusa disclaimer there. Of course, you have to always know the updated law, blah, 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 blah.
Failure to identify. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a police officer who has lawfully arrested the person.
You see how who has lawfully arrested? He's like, oh, I didn't think arrested was going to come next. I thought it was going to be detained. Look at this cop. Let's go back a couple seconds here. Let's go back a couple seconds.
Failure to identify.
Watch him go. Who has lawfully gotcha?
A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a police officer who has lawfully
arrested. What?
arrested the person.
Let me see that.
Oh, now it's letting me see that. Good. Thank God this cop. We have a good cop here. He's going to look at the law. He's going to go, oh my God, we've been doing this wrong. They've been telling us and teaching us the wrong way about the ID law. You're telling me right now that, oh my God, we can only ID people who we've lawfully arrested. This is exactly the opposite of what we've been doing for decades. This is the actual law. This can't be the law. You edited this. You did something, right?
Arrested the person. Request. I will. Question you can be surprised here. Person commits an offense if he intentionally gives false name, some false or fictitious name. I can't do that. Name, residence, address, or date of birth to an police officer who has A, lawfully arrested person, B, to lawfully detained the person. Now, this is only if I cannot give a fictitious name. This is, watch, it's back. I do not have to show my ID. Watch. A person commits a crime. A person.
Time to cut him off. Because when the cops hear the law, it starts to hurt. It starts to go and sink in their head. And it's not what they actually know. It's not what they actually do. They don't actually follow the law. So I got to cut you off, man. The things you're saying, that's not how we've been taught.
Look, it's right here. A person commits an offense. Yes. And you let me.
So now this cop is saying, you read it to me. It said lawfully. You only have to ID when you're lawfully arrested. Right? They both read it. Now the cop's saying, we both read it. You read it to me. You read it. So everything should be fine now. Plus, if you do any research, we know this to be a fact. Millions of foreigners know Texas Penal penal code better than the sergeants that work in Texas. How about that? So they both read it, right? Now they have an understanding.
Let me bring it again to you. A person commits an offense. You're totally not going to. You didn't understand. This says I can't give you a false name. This is a different section. This is the first one. That's not my problem. It really isn't. No, it isn't.
Oh, so he's saying how are we supposed to know who you are? Like they can't get over the fact that they can actually do their job without running people through a database like criminals. They don't understand that. They think that they're basically prison guards of the open world. Like it's an open world game and they're the prison guards of the whole world, or at least that area. They don't understand that when you're like in public, a free person that the cops swore to protect, preserve and protect, right? They don't understand that we don't get to know everything about you, where you're from, where you came from, get to run you constantly, run you through computers constantly. Police think this is normal. They think this is de facto for them. They don't read the law.
Okay, here's the deal.
Here's the deal number 2. Here's the deal.
Here's what can happen. Because you're refusing to identify yourself.
Hold on. So you're going to arrest me for refusing to identify myself?
You just read it.
I read. Yeah.
He just read. You only have to ID when I'm lawfully arrested. What are you lawfully arresting me for? Which then I would have to ID.
I cannot give you a face name. But will you please pull it up? I swear to God, I'm not lying here. There was 2 different sections I read. Okay.
Listen to me. The other part of it is that when you do that, other consequences, now we have to impound your dog, and we don't want to do that either. You said you love your dog.
Yeah, that would be retaliation.
No, sir.
Yeah.
We can't keep the dog.
So now they're gonna go to the. Let me find something wrong with the dog here. Let me get you for the dog. Now we're gonna use the dog thing to conflate everything together. ID, dog, everything's the same to us. It's our ego. Period. Sorry, they just can't say it.
You guys want a massive lawsuit on your hands? You got
retaliation. We can't keep the dog here in the car by itself.
Really?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna.
I'm ready
This is how. This is America. This is what you're doing for your citizens. Okay. All I did was go inside, grab some clothes quick. You know, I sat in the car, got it. No, somebody called. Okay, that's what you do. I mean, it doesn't mean I did anything wrong. You know, you got to tolerate our own, so you did something wrong. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
We were called out here to investigate.
Sure.
How's that going? Did you investigate what you were called for? Or are you trying to get someone to surrender their rights? She's going to get real cocky now.
You investigated. You realized the dog was not in distress.
To complete that, I'm going to need your identification.
That's not the way it was.
She's so dumb. These cops make such fools of themselves, and they can't break their conditioning to realize how stupid they look in front of the whole world.
Dude, you didn't read it to me. I read it to you, and you didn't understand. Those are 2 different sections. The second one says I can't give you a false name. Okay, it's detained. It doesn't. I swear to God, you only have. I know this better than you.
No, you really don't.
Well, then,
Yes, he really does, you moron. This is a working man. He's got some clothes on. He's probably a painter or some kind of tradesman. He knows the law better than a sergeant in the police department. You just can't admit it because you're cognitive dissonance overload, because you are straight up brainwashed.
look it up. You don't have a phone, and you're not understanding what I just read because I just read it to you. Did I not read that I cannot give you a false, fictitious name if I've been lawfully detained? It doesn't say I have to give you my ID. It says if I've been, no, the first section says
No, it doesn't.
I have to give you my ID if I've been lawfully arrested. The second section says I cannot give you a false or fictitious name if I've been detained. It does not state that I have to give you my name or ID. I just cannot give you a false or fictitious one.
Let me ask you this. What is your end goal?
To be left alone by the National Socialists of America, the blue line.
To get the, you guys need to be educated. You really don't understand that what I'm telling you is actually the truth. You guys, police officers.
So what is your end goal?
To be left alone by the National Socialist blue line of America.
To go on my way.
So is ours.
Okay, go.
No, that's not your goal. Your goal is to get him to surrender his right to privacy so you can run him through a database so you can jerk off to an arrest and pad your stats. They probably think anyone that acts this way must be some type of criminal. And if they don't think that, they're hoping they find something. And that's why they press so hard.
Yeah.
See, he was acting that way because he was doing X, Y, Z.
This addiction to ID. I'm not prolonging this. This is unlawful detainment.
This is our duty. We have to identify you.
Show me.
Our duty is to make you surrender. Our duty is to violate your Fourth Amendment right, is what she just said.
The law.
You just read it out loud.
I know, and you're not understanding because I just read it to
I
you.
know. We understand it. We do this day in and day out.
Okay.
We violate this law day in and day out. They literally every day in and day out apply this law the wrong way to thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. If that's not a problem, then there is no problems in this country.
So, you agree with me? The first part says I have to show my ID if I've been lawfully arrested, right? You agree with that?
Now, they can't bring themselves to agree here. This is where you can never find common ground with a cop. They will not answer a direct question. They know that question will lead to the truth, and they can't have the truth that you don't have to ID.
You just read it. Okay.
See, he's that total deflection. You just read it. And the first part said you don't have to give ID unless you're lawfully arrested. Right, Sergeant Dummy? That's what it said, right? You read it.
And the second part says I cannot give away false name. It does not say anything. Guys, really, I'm surprised. I mean, the way YouTube is now, I'm surprised you guys, the way YouTube is now. These videos are all over YouTube about the ID.
So he's making a great point. And again, the cops use this to sound more. This woman is going to use this to make her fool out of herself even more, because it is all over YouTube. And like I just said, millions of foreigners know Texas Penal Code 3802, and the cops don't. And here you go.
Is that where you get your education from? Is this from YouTube?
No, I get it from
Is that where you get your education from? Is YouTube? Well, if that is where he's getting his education, he has it right, and you have it. He, as the citizen who is at Walmart, knows the law better than you, the law enforcement officer who does it day in and day out. You should be ashamed of yourself. You just can't, just because you don't admit that you're dumb and you're wrong and you're ignorant, you've been doing it wrong, doesn't mean it's not true. It's true. We all see it. This is who you are. Look at this lady. All she is furious. From the minute she got there, she's ready to take control of her subject.
It's a statute, actually.
Okay, all right.
Is that where you got your education in YouTube? He just read you the statute out loud. Again, is this up? This is not reality. These people do not live in reality. He read the statute out loud, straight to your dumb face. What didn't you understand? You only have to ID if you're lawfully arrested. And yes, there's hundreds of YouTube videos of Texas cops being taught this lesson. It's not our fault. None of you morons talk to each other about it. And none of your superiors care to learn. They're worried about their pension, and they're worried about themselves and themselves only, and to make sure they make it home tonight. And it doesn't matter who else does.
And there actually is some good information on YouTube. You know, it's not all good, but there's some good.
No.
Really? There's nothing good on. There's nothing
There's not.
accurate.
There's not a lot on YouTube that's not good. But there's some stuff that is not very good.
I mean, it's a conglomerate of America. You know, some good people and bad people. There's some educated, informed people who put stuff on there.
Oh, now he's trying to discredit the internet. Where did you get your false information from, Sergeant? You don't know. Again, the guy on the internet knows the law and you don't. What does that say about your source of ignorance? Oh, that's right. You get it through the molecules in the sky.
There's some dumbasses put stuff on there. You know, I mean, you just have to do your due diligence. I'm telling you, pull it up and read it. It literally says, I mean, I just read it to you. What part are you not understanding? Where are you confused with it?
Run the VIN on the code, and then his ID on there.
Run the VIN number. So now he's escalating even more. Go get the VIN number off the inside glass of the windshield.
It's a very
Can't leave it alone. They have to escalate. ID crack. I coined that term.
there's two simple things.
You just admitted on camera that you're running my VIN to get my ID.
So we run tags all the time.
Yeah, but you're detaining him, moron. You didn't just walk up to a random car. He wants to leave. He doesn't want to be under your custody right now. It's an unlawful detainment. There is no crime. There is no distress dog. There's nothing. You're holding him up strictly because he won't surrender his rights that you swore to protect.
Yeah,
That's what
that's not a VIN number. It's a tag.
So we get information on the
I'm in the private parking lot right
So
now.
how do we know you have a vehicle?
Well, just open it up. My dog's in there. I mean,
How do I know it's your vehicle? Why do you need to know? Moron. The more pressure, the more you press them, the dumber and dumber the escalation of their stupidity is. It's ridiculous.
sure. Doesn't mean you can unlawfully detain me to check a VIN.
We're not lawfully detaining you because we're here on call for service.
And we are
We're not
determined that
unlawfully detaining you. That's all over, and it's been over. Service is over. No dog, no crime, no nothing. Now you're holding him there against his will. False imprisonment. You have nothing to hold him there for. Nothing.
the dog is fine. So what's your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed and committing or I'm about to commit a crime?
Because when we got the call for service,
What's your reasonable, articulable suspicion? Well, there has been no crime
the
committed.
suspicion was the call for service.
You came investigated. Realized there was no crime.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do know that. I can't look at the comments, dude, because it makes the video get wonky. Sorry, dude.
And now we have failure to identify.
No, you don't.
Oh my God. This lady, these cops, please email and tell these people. I don't know which police department it is, but good Lord in heaven, if you guys know, man, put it in the chat. Send them an email.
My goodness, man, you need to really get educated. Why don't you read it? I wouldn't lie to you. Just look it up. You won't even read it. That's how
You already read it, dude. It's like you just went through a wormhole.
bad it is. You won't even read it. I'm telling you.
I'm out here with someone that I do not know who I'm out here with. I'm not going to get distracted in a cell phone or a computer.
I'm not going to get distracted with no law.
To read the law?
I don't need law to do my job as a law enforcement officer.
You'd rather just arrest me?
I don't need to read the law.
I don't need to read the law. How you like that? I just go by my opinions.
We do this day in and day out.
We violate the law day in and day out. We go against the law day in. All she's doing is admitting that she applies the law wrong day in and day out. This is an incrimination right here. She's incriminating herself.
Properly, apparently.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
this is something, I know this. Look, this is something I'm very adamant about. It's constitutional rights. And I know this. I'm not.
God, cops hate when you exercise your rights. Nothing a cop hates more than when someone exercises the rights that the cops swore to protect.
I didn't get this from some guy who heard it from somebody else. I know this. Okay, I know. I agree.
The suspicion that we had was a call for service.
Yeah, you came out and you investigated.
And that's over. Let's move on to the future.
Okay. You investigated the dog, right?
No, not investigating the dog. We're investigating the owner of the dog.
Okay. Well,
So how
you
do
realized there was no crime committed.
No crime committed. Now it's a false detention.
You don't know that, so you have no reason to articulate suspicion now.
Yes.
No,
That's-
you just said
if a crime has been committed or is about to be committed. So
What crime, moron? That's so over with. God, these cops, anything. They just think if they just say words that don't make sense, that justifies them holding someone against their will, impeding an American's freedom. I don't care what you say. People get offended when I say impeding of Americans' freedom, because when you stop somebody who's an American, you are impeding their freedom. And if you're not doing it for a legitimate reason, you're a piece of trash. It's pretty simple. Just like you wouldn't want anyone coming up to you for no reason, for no legitimate reason, stopping you and holding you in a specific place. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter. Their costume doesn't change that, dummy.
has been, is about to be, or is currently. Yeah. Have I committed a crime?
well, currently failed ID.
That's not a crime.
Oh my God.
It's only a crime if you've been lawfully arrested. And if you take the time to just read the freaking statute, you realize this. Brother, I'm not lying to you, man. Just read it. I just read it to you.
Yes, you read it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, he read it. Only have to ID if you're lawfully arrested. He read it. He read it to you. You pointed. You thought he was going to say detained, and it said arrested. Now you look dumb.
Section 1 says, if I've been lawfully arrested, I must give my ID. Section 2 says, if I've been lawfully detained,
I'm sorry.
I cannot give you a false name. That's what it says. I can't give you a false name. And you can ask me for my ID, but I do not have to give it to you. Trust me, man. I know the way this works. Just why don't you read it? This is blowing my mind. I mean,
I sitting right next to you. We read it together, right?
I'm shocked that 3 officers really don't know this. Out of the 3 of you, a supervisor of all things.
Most officers in Texas don't know this.
Usually the supervisor is the one that knows.
And I'm speaking to you, and I do know it. And again,
You don't know it. You're a fool. You're making a fool of yourself.
we read it. I was sitting right next to you while we read it together. Right?
Yeah. And I just told you what it
So,
said. Where does it
okay.
say that I have to show my ID?
Here's the
Where does it say that?
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
I have to show my ID. What I just read to you.
in 3002 you just read.
What part?
Don't ID when someone's lawfully detained.
No, I cannot give you a false name when I'm lawfully detained. It literally, it's different. You have to give your ID. Okay. It says that I can't give you make up a name to try to, but I don't have to give you my name. I'm telling you this. I know this. I know this very, very well. It's something I'm very passionate about.
Okay.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
We're trying to get this done so you can be gone and out here.
You could have left a long time ago, moron. You're the one. Wait till you see how they blame him that they're still there. The RAPIST mentality, blame him, blame their victim why they're all still there. They're not holding him there. He's holding himself there. They act like he's holding them there under duress.
So we can be going out here.
Yeah, leave. I mean, what is keeping you here?
We can't. Right?
Yeah, you can.
So
We can't leave without that crack in our veins.
You guys are gonna.
Because what happened is that we got the animal rules call. Okay, we don't know for sure exactly how long you're in the store. What can happen, what I'm explaining to you is that the crime of animal cruelty has possibly, is it currently, or had been committed. Okay?
Yeah, well, investigate. Investigate. Prove it.
Bless.
That's a part
You
of it.
just said you don't know how long I've been in the store. If you know how long I've been in the store,
So, but part of the investigation is that we contact Walmart and say, hey,
okay, investigate.
here's what we need to do.
That's fine.
We
got my
need,
VIN
we need to figure out who this person is and how long you've been in the store.
Look,
How long the animal
I've
Who this person is. You just threw that in there. It has nothing to do with anything. You need to figure out if a crime was committed. That's the first thing you need to do. And if you want to do an investigative detention, you can detain him for an go investigate. Can we see your cameras real quick? But it cannot be unreasonable. This cop's full of crap, dude. But they operate unlawfully day in and day out. You heard her.
explained this thoroughly enough and physically read the statute to you. You guys are losing your qualified immunity. Okay, seriously.
No, sir?
Yes. When it has
Oh, yes, sir.
been explained to you, the law has actually been read to you. Okay, you're losing qualified immunity. And I don't want to do this, but I'm passionate about constitutional. You guys need to be educated apparently because you're out there doing this, violating people's constitutional rights all the time.
No, sir, we're not.
This is
Yes, sir, you are. God, email this idiot.
unbelievable. Are you a sergeant?
Yes, sir.
And you don't know this?
Absolutely. I guess if you're
This is-
saying I don't know.
Bewildering. I mean, this is just, I'm
I'm sorry.
beside
but
myself.
You just read it with
Call you lieutenant,
You don't have it.
captain,
No, sir. The only person higher than me is the chief.
the chief.
Okay, so
Only person higher than this imbecile is the chief. So that would tell me right away that the chief probably doesn't know or has read the law either. It starts at the top, man. It's not one bad apple; it's the whole bushel.
I'm not calling you right now.
Well, you're probably going to save the town a lot of money by doing that. They'll probably appreciate it.
What is it? Would you like to speak with the chief?
Yeah, I just all
He's my supervisor.
yeah. And if you talk to him, tell him to look up 3802 and read it out loud, you guys.
He knows what 38 is.
Okay, then he'll tell
Oh, your supervisor knows what 3802 is, but you don't?
you.
Tell him why I know what 38 is.
Apparently you don't.
He just read it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just read it to you. You can only have to ID if you've been lawfully arrested. What part didn't you understand? Where are you lost? Please explain. Let's figure this out. Let's bridge the gap. Moron.
I cannot give you a false answer. I don't have to give you my name. I'm not lying to y'all. I know this like very, very, very well. I don't understand why you guys won't look it up. It doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't get it. I mean, you understand? A lot of people died for us to have these freedoms, not, for
She don't care if people died for us to be able to do this. She doesn't care. All she cares about is making sure she's the best officer she can be. She can overcompensate for being a woman, and that she gets to go home and enjoy taxpayer money to retire on.
the police does not walk up on you and just start granting you your papers.
I walked up on you because there was a criminal act that appears to be
Alleged criminal act. So again, you could tell that she thinks he's guilty. He's guilty of something, and he's going to get my Meyer regardless. So she doesn't come up thinking everyone's innocent until proven guilty. There was a criminal act. She's stating it right away, even though there wasn't.
committed. Okay. There is a dog in the car, 95 degrees.
Is it sunny outside?
It's 95.
Is it
doesn't
sunny?
have to be.
Is it
doesn't have
sunny?
to be. You know how many dead dogs I pulled out of the car?
Yeah. Was it sunny when you did
know
it?
what?
How many dead dogs did you pull out at night?
Oh, plenty.
Really?
Plenty.
Really? How many?
How much you want to bet she's lying?
Yes.
How
And
many?
prior to
How
law
many?
enforcement,
How many?
I was a vet
How many?
technician. I
How
worked in
many?
ERs
How many
and
did you
have
pull out
tried to.
Tell me.
Because people like
I wanna
you
know.
think
I wanna
that
know.
it's
See, she won't answer that question. She's just going to cops playing right over the top of them. People like you. No, dummy. People like you that don't know the law, don't know the oath you swore to preserve, protect, and defend are the problem in this country. You're the nationalist, socialist blue line of this country.
okay
People like
to
me?
keep dogs in the car when the
People
sun
like
is
me?
down. Because
For
you think
15
just
minutes,
because
when you cool it down to freezing, right before, it was really, really cold there before I got out. I
I
do
don't
that
know this,
intentionally.
I'm here to do my job.
You didn't when he told you to put your hand in, you didn't, did you, moron? No, because you already assumed he's guilty. Now he's your subject. Now you're gonna detain him, you're gonna run him through the ringer, you're gonna hope he has something on his record, you're gonna hope you can get arrested on him so you can look good for the boys back at the station. How about you read the law and do your job according to the law, moron? Not what every other stupid pig does day in and day out, because then you're just a stupid pig too. You're just part of that herd when you do what they do day in and day out.
Job to
I know.
investigate, and you're
And you're
hindering that.
investigating. How are you going to, what you're
I
trying to do
need the
is,
identification, and right now the dog is having to sit in the car even further.
yeah,
Because of you, moron. You're detaining somebody unlawfully. He's not doing anything wrong. You're the problem right now.
Because
you really
you
don't
will
care about
not.
him.
Turned a mountain into a molehill, There's nothing small enough that a cop can't escalate into a kill.
Animal, do
You
you?
will not
You
identify
really
yourself.
don't care about
I
the
am
animal, do
here
you?
He doesn't have to identify, moron, and it has nothing to do with the call.
to do my job.
You're here to get my ID. That's all you want.
I need your identification to complete
It's
this
like-
process.
I need it. I need your identification. From where? Okay. Buy me some chocolate. Love you. I need it.
It's like crack, you guys.
It's required.
No, it isn't. Would you
It's required crack.
freaking read 3802?
Don't shine the light in my eyes, so I need to lower it.
Oh, here we go. Now she found a new reason to be an idiot.
Is it lower enough?
No,
The flashlight. When they shine it at you, it's fine. But when you shine at them, it's resisting without violence.
I need you to lower it so it's not shining in my eyes.
Is it lower
Here's
enough
like
now?
I would not turn print down.
I have turned the.
Yeah, just turn the flash off so she doesn't have something else to cry about. The subject has a light on me. The subject isn't cooperating.
Flashlight off.
He's not a human. He's a subject.
Is your volume on your camera?
Of course.
How did I not see this video?
Would you read it? It's right there. You're not even gonna read it.
No, I'm not.
Do you realize
I'm gonna stand here with
Do you
you.
realize how bad this is gonna look?
So now he's opened up the law for her, put it on the refuses to read the law.
That's fine.
When you refuse to read the statute,
I am on call. I'm not burying my face in a computer.
I'm not burying my face because you're a hostile terrorist with your shorts and flip-flops on. And I can't hold a screen and keep my laser focused eyes on you. And you want me to know the law and apply it to? That's distracting.
to find the law, you don't care. You
I don't
know
have
the law. You don't have to. You don't have to know
I don't have to know the law.
the law.
I already know it. I already know.
No, you don't, obviously. I can't stop pausing the video. I'm sorry.
You do not know this. I am beside myself that none of you are aware of this because it's been a huge thing lately on the internet. And I'm surprised none of you have heard of this. I mean, I'm beside myself. Really, really am. I don't know what to say.
I wish I was beside myself. This doesn't shock me at all that it's called willful ignorance. Because they want to ID everybody. It gets them more arrests. It pads their stats. It gets them more funding. That's what it's all about. Funding, money, pensions. They get to be sovereign citizens, park any way they want, get free food given to them from restaurants. It's a whole culture thing. They're on the blue line. Law doesn't matter. Only what their superiors told them to do and what they do day in and day out, not what the law says. I wish I was beside myself. This is how they roll.
I can't believe you refuse to even look at it. Why would you do that? I mean, how does that make any sense? How does it make any? I just put my phone in front of you.
You had a call coming? Call.
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. If you need it.
Kind of attractive too. What a shame. What a waste.
He's
What a waste of a beautiful woman.
I'm really not trying to give you a hard time. I'm trying to educate you because what you're doing is really, it's not right. I really hope you guys go.
I haven't said anything
I
to
don't.
you, right?
I don't. I'm just saying when you go home tonight, please look up 3802 and
I
read
know
it.
what it says. I'm here as a backup unit. That's it.
Don't try to press me on the law. You know I don't know the law. Just leave me out of it.
Please, we go home and look up 3802.
I read it. I read it. I studied it.
Okay.
I tested over it.
Right, but you're trying.
I read it, tested it over it, and she still doesn't know the law. She really thinks that she could just ID everybody she detains, and they have to fork over ID when it's well established that you don't have to. And he read the law straight to their face.
You're interpreting it improperly.
Alright.
This is
Okay.
a known fact. I mean, this is not. You just Google it. You get home.
Sure.
Take this ID laws. Dude, I mean,
You should sit there and just keep reading it over and over to her. I wish you would have.
it's a sad state. It's everything's going to.
Yep.
It is.
So
Here comes Sergeant Jim Pants.
Look it up, Indy.
I can talk to you. I can call you. I don't need to call him. Unless you really would like me to call him, but I don't need to call him or talk to him. So here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Okay. Ultimately, this is animal cruelty call.
Ultimately, this animal cruelty control call, in case you ain't hearing it.
Okay.
You're investigating. There's no animal cruelty.
We're still investigating animal cruelty.
Anytime a dog.
We're still investigating animal cruelty. If once we get your ID, we look at your ID, and your ID, it's cool. The new IDs they got, it says, this man's engaged in animal cruelty. Ha! We got you. Cops are so dumb.
Dogs in the car and lose a little.
I didn't say that. I said that's why we're investigating.
And you can investigate without getting an identification. That's what you guys understand.
No, you see that they can't deal with that. They can't deal with. They can investigate something without IDing the person, because then their funding, then their stats, then the arrests go down. Then they can't get more and more money from the feds.
We believe that you have committed a crime, which is partly part of animal cruelty. Yes, sir, you do have to identify yourself.
You detain me. It's not so unlawfully arrested that I have to get my ID.
No, so that's not correct.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. You suck. You're an embarrassment. And how much you want to bet both this sergeant and this moronic woman cop still day in and day out violate 3802? How much you want to bet?
Why don't you just look at it? I've already read.
I've already read.
Do you not agree that it says?
I do agree with
Okay, it says
it also says
right, that I cannot give a false name. It just says I cannot give a false name. It doesn't say it has to show his ID like the first one does. Okay, it's worded completely different from me.
He can't deal with. Look, you see that face? You see every time he makes that face, he can't deal with the fact that it's two different things. He can't deal with it because day in and day out, just like they admitted, they violate this law. And if he's right and they're wrong, then basically retroactively they've been violating the law and applying it wrong this whole time. And they just can't admit to that. It's impossible for them to ever admit fault ever.
Reason, because I can't give you a false name. I don't have to give you my name. I'm not going to give you a false name.
How do we know that?
It's not my problem.
You don't need to know. That's the whole point of the law. That's the whole point of the Fourth Amendment. People retain their privacy from government thugs. You don't need to know where I live. I don't want cops knowing where I live. If I could have it to where no cops where I live know where I live and can't get to where I live, that'd be perfectly fine with me.
It's not my problem. I'm sorry. That's something you got to figure out. I mean,
well, you want to identify yourself. So
yeah, because I don't have to, because the Constitution of the United States of America, something that's you swore oath to.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I did. But that's why I'm falsely imprisoning you.
I'm pretty passionate about it.
I'm passionate about my job. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about.
Who are you helping right now?
Violating people's civil rights, apparently.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I've never been accused of that.
Well, you're doing it right now. Believe it or not. I wouldn't like it.
Yes, you are. You're unlawfully detaining this guy for nothing.
So,
this is ridiculous. I'm truly beside myself that none of the three.
Here's the deal. He said it again.
I mean, it's all over. Freaking, it's a huge thing. Everybody knows this.
Everybody does.
Yeah. You guys agree?
Apparently.
I'm shocked that a sergeant does not know this. That's not
good.
good. Yeah.
So what would you like to see happen? That's what I'm wondering.
All right, he's already told you once. Leave him alone. Leave people alone. You got called there for the dog. Is the dog okay? Yes. Everything's fine. Good. The guy came out. He was out in time. There was no problem. Have a good day, sir.
Wait,
No, she wants to make him a subject and run him through the ringer.
fine.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he told you. You leave and I leave. Leave us alone. Leave me alone. Period. Yeah, we could do that. Now that I've lied about the law 100 times.
What's wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Well, there you go.
Then why don't you do it?
But what would also be awesome is if you.
You know what would also be awesome? If you would just surrender your right to privacy under the Constitution and Texas Penal Code 3802. If you would just surrender your rights to me, that would be really good. That's what he's about to say. This moron.
Say, hey, dude, this is actually kind of ridiculous. And here's my ID, and we're gone.
Dude, this is actually kind of ridiculous, and you should just go.
Okay, well.
This is ridiculous. You should surrender your rights so we can leave. And the guy comes back with, this is ridiculous. You should just leave. Who's being the idiot here?
It is kind of ridiculous.
It is ridiculous that your ID crack obsession won't let you leave people alone. You're disgusting.
Still needs to investigate.
That I can literally read it in front of you, and you cannot comprehend it.
I do comprehend it.
No, you don't comprehend it. And they're going to keep doing this. Someone know what department this is? Please email it to me, man. Or put it in the comments or both. Please do both.
What does it say? That I cannot give you a false name, right? Right. But it doesn't say, no. Arrested, I have to give my ID. Lawfully detained, no. It literally states that. I'm not trying to be a jerk to y'all, you know,
This girl is melting inside, man.
I'm passionate. I have my third cousin. I literally have 8 presidents on the way to within 6 cousin states. Okay? Removed several times, but I'm very passionate about the Constitution. And you guys really, I implore you to educate yourselves about this.
Stand right there.
Come here, girl. Come here. Here's how we're going to handle this. We're not going to say he's right, okay?
So we can do that. But is it? So here's a cliff, and we know that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. What if that would have done that to me today? But whatever.
I agree. I agree. However, this is where we're at.
I have no idea what they're saying to each other, but it sounds like he's basically saying, this guy ain't going to back down. This is what I assume they said. This guy ain't going to back down. We know we violate this law every day, but we can't admit it, especially on camera, on body cam. We can't admit that we don't know the law. We can't ever admit we're wrong and that we apply the law wrong, and we were trained wrong by our superiors because they were doing it wrong. And I'm just a long line of generation of order following morons that never actually read the law. And when I actually heard the law, it actually shocked me. And then I had to go into cop-splaining mode. So here's what we're going to do.
Ask Helen, Nate, and Mrs. Hartman.
Yep. So this is where we're at. I don't want to do the prudent thing, not necessarily the always the.
So what he's saying right now to her is just because we can lock him up, throw him on the ground, detain him, ruin his life, doesn't mean we should. That's a subtle way of saying this guy knows what he's talking about. We might have to revisit our own education, and he's probably going to sue the hell out of us if we take that route. So let's just tuck our tail this time.
We can. Doesn't mean we should. The picture is, and it's okay. Yes, he's being a jerk.
He's being a jerk by standing on the rights you swore to protect. He's being a jerk. This is how police think, ladies and gentlemen. Police who swear to preserve, protect, and defend your constitutional rights think you're a jerk or a sovereign citizen if you dare exercise your rights. What does that tell you about them?
So
what they just did there is conspire. We could take him down, but we shouldn't just because we can. So, let's not admit guilt or that we're ever wrong. Let's just let him go anyway.
that's where we're at.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Although
I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time. I'm trying to answer you. No, I'm not. You give me
Starts off with an accusation. Again, cops have no de-escalation technique at all. You don't come back and start with an accusation and start a whole nother argument. You're a moron. This is why you guys act this way. You have no clue how to interact with the public.
Sure.
Yes, you are trying to get started.
I'm not trying to.
Now, another accusation.
No.
Secondly,
You're giving him a hard time, you moron. Leave him alone. Again, this boggles my mind. They surround him. They're falsely detaining him, unlawfully detaining him, giving him a hard time. And then they tell him, you're giving us a hard time. What reality does this sergeant live in? You came to him. Everything was fine. You're losing your mind because you can't run them through your database and you don't want people to know that they don't have to ID. You don't want people to know that because that is your bread and butter. ID equals tickets, equals revenue, equals funding. This is what ID is all about. They could care less that it violates your Fourth Amendment. They could care less about your Fourth Amendment. If you find a cop that actually can recite any of the Fourth Amendment or know it or can explain it, you found a unicorn. Check his head for a little what do you call it? Horn.
Can I get my
Just be quiet.
Sure.
Secondly, animal cruelty will still continue to be investigated.
We're going to still continue to investigate you. Go ahead, dude. You could have been doing that the whole time instead of trying to violate my rights. You moron.
Okay. Hang on, let me finish. Okay. Now then, because you believe you know the law. Okay.
Because you believe you know the law. He just read it to you straight to your stupid face.
And we also know the law.
We also know the law. Then why don't we agree? Because you're wrong, officer. You don't know the law. You're not applying it correctly day in and day out.
I'm sorry. I know you think you're an officer. There's no way you can possibly know this.
I'm not saying that you're
It is what it is.
that you're just somebody and I'm just like, no. See, okay. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that you don't know the law. But I do too.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Arrest me then.
Also, the other part of it is, I'm sorry.
We get on to that. The third.
Yes, I really will.
I really want you guys to.
Just so you, I surely will.
Thank you.
Okay. Here's what's going to happen tonight. Tonight, you're going to be cut loose. Okay.
You're going to be cut loose. Like he's doing you a favor.
Because the animal is okay right now. If we do investigate further, and then we contact Walmart, watch the video,
Loser, pig.
see if the animal was
He's pig-splaining right now.
stressed, there's a potential then a case can be filed for animal cruelty against you.
Go ahead, stupid.
Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Sounds so dumb.
Makes sense, but man wasn't really stressed. He's not really stressed now. He's probably a little irritated. But
I'm sure he
it's
is.
out here.
Yeah, I imagine so. So,
I wish I could have had you put your hand in the car when I opened the door. It was literally cooler inside than it was
No, she refused to do that. You were a subject at that point.
outside. Okay. You guys have to investigate,
we all
but
know
yeah, but you can't automatically assume the worst
we're
one
not,
either.
that's why it's called an investigation.
Right.
You can't assume the worst.
Right.
You did investigate, though. You never investigated. When does the investigation actually take place? This video is 34 minutes long. When are you going to actually investigate something? The only thing she did was come up on the door, put her hand on the glass, and shine a flashlight at a dog. That's all the investigating she did. After that, it was going after the owner of the dog's constitutional rights. You didn't do anything else. What are you talking about?
That's why we call it investigation. Officers come out to investigate. They contact people. They say, hey, this is your car. This is my car. This is your animal. This is my animal. Can I have your ID, please? Because you're lawfully detained. Because there is a
No.
complaint. You can't possibly criminal offense of animal cruelty.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the thing, sure.
So-
We investigate, but you don't have to get an ID to investigate.
Yes,
Look, I'll tell you, we have an epidemic in this.
You do not have to give your ID in order for you to conduct your investigation. This cop just cannot handle that. This cop cannot handle the law. He can't deal with it.
country of constitutional rights get violated all the time through this. And
And officer here.
I know you guys don't think I could possibly be right. But
And
you guys
officer
know the
Holbert
law.
didn't do that tonight.
But you stupid. No, no.
Officer Jones didn't do it, and I didn't do that tonight either.
Well, I mean, technically, this detainment is lasting longer than it's supposed to. But
That's
I'm not.
That's
I'm
due
not worried
to you.
that's
So.
Oh, there we go. The RAPIST mentality. It's your fault we held you under threat, duress, and coercion. It's your fault that we're holding you, 3 gunmen here holding you under threat. It's your fault that we're holding you. Think about that. That's like somebody's on top of you, and they're going, this is your fault I'm holding you down. It's my fault you're holding me down? Think about how stupid that lady sounds. If you took all their IQs and shook them up in a little ball and spit them out on the table, it'd be like 39. God, all they know is their indoctrination from their boot camp and their superiors, and they've adopted just we're right, we're always right, our policies are right. We don't need to read the law, we don't need to know the law. You heard her. We don't need to know the law. This is so disgusting.
yes, sir.
Well, actually,
So again, here's what's going to happen tonight. We will continue our investigation after you're long and gone from here, and then if we have to contact you again, that'll be why.
Whatever. What's that have to do with ID?
You're free to go.
Go home, take care of
Yeah, you're free to go. You're dismissed, you morons. My God, that is so irritating. That whole thing was so irritating. So there you go, ladies and gents. Let me read some of these. God, that is so irritating. Wow, there's a lot of comments. I'm just going to skim through, guys. Thanks for coming. Much love. I appreciate it. Wow, there's a lot of comments. All right, dude, I can't. ID cookie crackheads. The badge makes them gods. Let's see here. The only thing she has done is made herself a nuisance. That's right. Good evening. Hey, John Fleck. Hi, Barbara. Eyes on Corruption. What up? Road Dogs, Sci-Fi Bry, what's up? Jay, what's up? Sci-Fi, Press Harder, Barbara, Eyes. Let's see who else we got here. Who's that? Douglas Fox, what's up? Ryan Maples, what's up? I'm giving away a cool through night self-defense keychain pretty soon. Members only. Please hit the join button. Join for $1 a month. If you want to see videos like this and win nice cats and prizes. Cats and prizes. Gray dude, what's up? There's too many comments, man. My head hurts from all this talking. Oh, that's it, guys. Much love from above. And share it with some doves, because here's the deal. You guys enjoyed that live stream, I hope? I'll just ask some questions. Dude, what's up, my brother? See you there, firm. I love cats. Dude, email me that police department's contact info, man. Is there anything more aggravating than this? The cops do not know the law. They don't know the law. A guy walks out of Walmart, some nobody per se, and walks up to costume gunmen who've been through the police academy and don't know how to do their job day in and day out. All right, man. Yes, please. I have a bunch of rings already made. If you email me through Etsy, I will give you a discount on the rings just for being a YouTube subscriber. And that's the deal right now, man. Please help if you can. Check out my ring shop. Get something for your money. Don't just donate to me. And that's the skinny, unlike me. Everybody, have a good day, and thanks for coming. Thank you in this day and age. See you later. Beach Gal, see you later. Cal's Bells, People News Today, Claudette. All right, everybody. See you. Bye.